Oh, did you hear? You, as in we, human beings, can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies. See, I'm reading it off of my YouTube. The third-party companies, see, that's all lowercase they're talking about right there. There isn't a capitalized letter. And so then when you go to use your content to train AI models in studio settings. Now, studio settings has been capitalized. The two S's on studio and then on settings is capitalized. This means that you have to acknowledge, well, is that a metaphor? Now, did you hear the word meta? Meta means mental, or it means the mind. It does. It means like kind of removed, like metro. It's kind of, yeah, well, meta means, I think it means, look it up with me. Now, what you want to do is, well, the pH is there. To me, that says physical. There's a physical aspect that we might be wanting to be concerned about. See, meta, see, but the main word is or, with the R there, or. See, meta, or. See, that's the question, is studio settings, which I already know it is a metaphor, a metaphor, a meta, is it mental, or is it reality? Is the truth involved? So you have to open it up. See, they put, this is what I'm reading. It says you can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies, this is all lowercase, to use your content or content. I'm talking about if you're a content creator, if you're a content creator, like, listen to it, think about it. Okay, so your organization is your heart. That's what I'm talking about. You're a human being, and I believe it or not, now you might not know this. Maybe you know like 2% this, but we come here into this, in and out of this realm, and then also the universe, to have a good fucking time. And so, in case that's happened for you at all, you can train AI. Now, the only way you're going to have a great time, babes, you have to reach becoming a human being. Love is it. That's the enlightenment trip that we're on. And so then, in case AI wanted something to do as far as our banking, our socialized economic demand. See, okay, so you can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies, which is Zuckerberg and Silicon Valley, the monitor, really. Now, I call it malevolence. There's benevolence and then there's malevolence. See, malevolence is doing the screens. That's the antisocial system that is the Channel 4 News and all those people who are really non-empathetic, and they tell us a narrative and they show us it from afar, a shot with their camera, and it's like, we can't really tell much, but it looks like bloody hell right now in LA. That's, whew, whew. They can do that too under intergalactic policy, wartime policy. They can flatten out any civilization that's built on all lowercase base waste, because it's just, talk about metaphor, slurring. Nobody even knows what they're saying. It's kind of like a school of kids that don't even know that language is here to do something what. It's kind of funny to talk about it like that, because that's the problem that we have, or you have, with your narcissist, is like their communication. It starts there, It's the babble ground. You're like, wait a minute, why do we got to flash back onto the same conversation? And why did that turn into an argument when we're just talking about our feelings? And I don't even feel like I can. They start cutting your tongue out, and so that's now when you're fighting for your freedom of speech, you might want to find out if they've cut the rest of your limbs off, and you forgot what reality is. Really, you're just in a pod. What I mean is that you're handicapped to the fact of, did you take your right to remain reality, which is the silent movie. So getting through this, okay, the metaphor that is right here in front of my face, you just have to know your language. See, this is terrible, though. It's all lowercase. They put the capital letters at the U. But you can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies who are, well, I hate to tell you, it's certainly not this. I gotta get to the end of the sentence, okay? Don't you? I mean, do you feel like you're in a jailhouse here? So anyway, at least there's a period that you can figure out, what's going on. Okay, this is a certain period I am not here for, right? Yes. You can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies to use your content to train AI models in studio settings under third-party training. Now, if you looked at what I'm looking at, third-party training, there's a capital T, which says, oh, there's a metaphor there. There's another metaphor. See, there's two. That means, well, with the metaphor, you guys, words are capitalized. You see it in Sanskrit. They capitalize. Now listen to the word capitalize, babes. We're going to start capitalizing. Don't you want to play this game with me? Why am I the only one doing this? Because I am the leader. And I'm going to start bleeding. Put the B down. Put the L up. Leading. I'm still leading. Don't worry. You're just going to turn the color too. You're going to be like, wait a minute. I'm a human being too. And I have to capitalize anywhere, anytime. So help me. Heavens. And that there is certainly a hell, and right in between, what's that smell? We have, well, in the word smell, what's the main word? Like, if you were to get kind of personal, I mean, is there another one in there? You don't have to do any R reverse at all, just look at it. Me. Okay, so that's good to get yourself validated there. Is it 3D reality? Yeah. Did you know that a fart is technically, because of the way molecules are and atoms in our plasma sphere here, you're actually technically that's a turd going into your nostril. I hate to tell you this, I'm a Virgo, Venus, and there is Mercury squaring my Mars right now, and then I have a Mars square Mercury. I'm about to say something. I've had to do a lot of editing, and I didn't. And I was just like, oh God, did you actually say you said that? Got a lot of likes though. I'm just so excited. See, look, because why? I'm going to go into the see, it says view settings, and it's a small case settings. It's not a capitalized setting. They're not saying, no, that's the metaphor. No, there's a setting in here that I go in. It's called studio settings, but this capitalized studio setting, well, don't mind that they did kind of, is Universal Studios burnt down now, or what happened there? I mean, somebody's studios, but there's a setting you're in, babes. You were in a setting right here. Did you notice the movies that you're in? Did you, the movie? It's the silent movie REAlitY. It's amazing. How's the camera getting it this now? It's a little bit, wow, there's kind of a whitewash there, and I got my hat on. See, the cameras, if you want to know what the word, oh, I gotta get my chalkboard out. You can do it. You need to start imagining on your own. Do it. Cameras, what they mean is as. You look at, break it down. Put the C down. There's a capital A, capital M, and then there's a E, R. You can reverse it. Do the reverse because there's a R there. Just go ahead. You can even reverse it like all the letters. Hit the algorithm, like let AI do it for you. How many words can you get out of the word camera? Make a sentence out of it, please. Oh my God, it'll blow your mind probably, but just simmer it down to the as. As. What? You don't think it's just as? If you have a filter on it and you're doing AI, babes, did you notice that they're leaking that in? Who's interested in that anyway? I'm not. Who's going to do that, narcissists? That's when it's like, okay, well, thank God they're doing that because they're going to bring it back to a cartoon. This is a fucking cartoon you're watching. All of it. Like I said, my cat, she knows the difference between a mouse on a screen. Really, she would starve if she thought it was real. What happens is they think it's real at first, but then they go behind the screen, and then it's like it just kind of disenfranchises them. They're like, No, and see, if they thought it was real, they would starve. See, they do watch TV, though. You should put it on, and it's perfect for pet sitting. That's one of the main, like, there's two uses for it. Keep your intellectual property going, which is, you want, well, you want resources to maintain it here. Do you want that waterway to stay clean? I mean, you like clean water. You can pay somebody to fucking keep the water clean. We can simmer it down. Well, you know, there's three things we should do here, or we've gone mad. Keeping the clean water is one of them. Then growing your food with that clean water is number two. But number one, where's your land? Did you land anywhere? Have you landed yet? Are you guys like up in the air? Fucking hey, man. In Meta? Huh? Hey, hi, hello. I'm your behaviors. I'm your behaviors. If you look at the, see, because of the word, because there's an R there, you can switch away. See, there's two words there. Be saviors. Be saviors. Just take that, put the B up, put it down, and you have haviors there. It's haviors. What's that? But no, there's an R there. Again, algorithmically type it in. How many words can you get out of the word behaviors? And then tell it to put up a sentence. Make a paragraph out of just those configurations. It'll probably blow your mind out of your sockets. So getting back to just stressing, do you guys get this? I mean, see, I'm a channel and I make content. Do I make you content or not? Only if, here's the thing, see, babes, the true organization here, what really forms things is outer space. The truth is here, and then we have the truth in outer space is what I meant. In case you're interested, log in anytime. It's here right in front of your base, outer space. And you can keep stretching out and go to wherever the hell we have been. They say, well, the dinosaurs are still, you know, the memory of that is still going somehow. Like, right? They say, well, this is when the dinosaurs lived. It's like, well, who cares? Can we get to now? I happen to think I'm on the leading edge, babe. And we are doing something. What is it? In this movie, babe, we're in a fucking movie. We are in a movie. Studio settings. Well, settings usually means, how does it look? How does your set look? Well, I've ended up, it looks like that I'm in a stacked up like sardines. You know, first my family owned some land, but we don't really own it. But what was it? You know, what was that? You know, whew, are we waking up out of a spell or what? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Listen to me. Listen to me, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Uranus is going into Gemini. This is what's going to go on. That language and communications is going to, well, it's going to try to divide into a lot of different things, you know, as Gemini has this versatile capability. I mean, it's about this labeling thing, right? But see, I say it's about two. Gemini is two. It rules the twins. It does. It rules it really does rule relationships, technically. And then later, Libra is ruling the trine. It's the air signs we're talking about, and they are lighting up into a positive thing. Libra is going to finally go, ugh. This is the war, babes, is that love is the self-organizer. There's organizing. You know, the good thing about this narcissist is you don't have to worry about remembering a diddly darn thing. See, the saying is well, it is, technically it's remembering, but it's already here, babes. It's just, why? Because when you say remember, it just means the member was already there. Now you're just, are you going to open an app yet? It's now, can you notice the video game? Sorry, I do, and you guys are like, man, this woman is crazy. But I know that you can now choose if you want to allow Zuckerberg or any of those billionaires to use your content. Which have you gotten your shit together here? With your hearts, your organization. How does it feel? I mean, And when you finally get into it, just rub your heart like this and breathe a little bit and go, oh man, wow, yeah, I would really love to surrender to God, the truth, whatever this woman is. I mean, I don't want to be, why am I so prejudiced? Why am I so just not wanting to give her a single fucking penny? I just type in, is she suffering today? And all that stuff. That could be rinsed out of you. That could be rinsed out of you. Just start feeling, contentment. We know that there's a problem with narcissism, and this is why you even like my freaking videos. It's this one video that's just, I don't like that subject matter at all. It's a drag. It's boring because they're boring people. They're not going to figure fucking shit out. I mean, it's okay. Don't fucking pick on them, and don't even there's a way to get away from them. There's a way to get away from them. See, the money system says good luck, because eventually they all get employed by the money system over there, and they're like steaming away. It's like sparks are flying. It's like that's taking a lot of resources just to push down the human effort or the human being that's here. Like, evolution of human. If it was possible that there were, see, are there aliens? Or are there extraterrestrials? I'm telling you that when you get in contact, and if you're handling the English language, but more like the English alphabet, if you know how to use that darn thing, and you're typing with it, now what type are you? Are you an alien? Or are you the extraterrestrial? Because in fact, it's an interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who are extraterrestrials, who live in outer space. But if it's all in flatline and you don't know what you're talking about half the time, which you don't, a lot of people don't. When you start getting more into spam world, which is the world itself, boy, have you heard a politician talk? Whew! Or any college student, therefore, I mean, like, just get the combination of TV, political arena, and then that, yeah, and their humor, the humor that does come up. I mean, are they in their bodies yet? Can we feel a funny bone hit any time? So getting back to you can, but see, for you who has a funny bone and you love the truth, you can now choose, and you know your language on this thing, and that means you're using your capitalized vowels. They're capitalized because that's their rightful position. You don't know this. It's an interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, and it needs to be awakened. We're talking about decoding, deciphering out of code. Get it out of that lowercase case meta, which is, it's not even a metaphor, you see, because metaphors show up when you have the capital S and the capital. I wish I could show you what I'm looking at. They're saying, look, you can now choose to, if you want to allow third-party companies to use your content to train AI models in capital studio, capital settings, under your capital babes, now this third-party training, under third-party training, the third-party training is me and you. See, choose if you want to allow. See, it's your content, and you are training AI models under the fact that you're here as a human being. See, third party, the reason why the word third, right here, I'm looking at it, and this other, see, there's two, they mentioned third twice in this sentence. Thanks for sitting with me, babe, but I don't know if you're getting this. You're not a content creator, and see, all I have to do is I'm going to go in here into the views. I'm letting you know how I'm going to talk to them. And I'm going to first say why. I'm going to question their statement. I'm going to say, why have you capitalized the studio settings phrase and there, when in this sentence, is this a metaphor? And they'll have to answer me this. And we'll go from there. But I'm going to be capitalizing all my vowels, and they're going to be seeing that I'm going to start, see what I think will happen, see, is that I'm going to crack the code. I'm going to get in farther in. See, they need a leader. They need something to that they can point at and say, this is who is the founder of this branch of intelligence that now holds billions and billions of dollars, and it's a computerized blah, 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 blah. And really, I'm heading, see, we're looking at it, it's just to open up the language and use your symbols right. I do not know but 0.02% of it, but I know enough. I know enough of what reality and God really is to be able to start to communicate. And I've been downloaded this information about our very interfacing systems sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space called the English alphabet, that the entire world had to, for some odd reason, mysteriously had to use. And it's not necessarily because there's a really wretched, the white man is going around and doing this thing. No, not really, because they've been carrying around the weapon. They actually been, oh, well, I don't want to talk about it now, but they have been possessed by an entity that has misinformed them, right? They have been weaponized with, who knows how long the flatline fucking lowercase base waste has been disgracing everything. Who cares? All I know is that the future is now, and that's what it's meant to open up to us. If we at all figured out how to speak and write and stuff, it's only a pointer, babes. If it's not just a pointer, like astrology itself, it's just a symbol system that begins to kind of remind you, well, did you see the stars? No. You don't see the stars unless you get into your body and you have an experience in reality in outer space. And you look up and you say, yes, there's Kim Kardashian and Leo DiCaprio. And what happened to freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these people? I'm going back to the day when I used to watch television, but now who do they have now? No, oh yeah, no, there's so no, I know what I'm doing here. I'm just letting you know what I'm about to do. You have to clarify about the metaphors that they're putting up here. They said, well, it's a metaphor there. Then they said, well, this is misdocumented. That I would rather start switching over to what I know is three-dimensional, and we have a metaphor too. And then now, see, because when they put that capital T on the third-party training thing, which is the training you are. By the way, the word train has the configuration AI in it, but because there's the word, the R there, it says that you can switch it around. It's also, see, Rhea is God, but just Ray or Rain. See, rain, in the word rain, it has AI too. But there's the R there, and it's saying you can reverse it. There's two. See, yeah, there is. There's the synthetic rain that they're creating, and then there's the reign of the real technology that we're in. We're in a technological field right here. The mountains and all of that stuff, the trees are a technology. It's extraterrestrial. See, we're dealing with aliens and extraterrestrial. And the aliens are lies. They're kind of antichrist, right? It's like, well, that wasn't a real tree. That was a hologram. And you really wanted me to believe that that's a real tree. Well, we're getting this population, right, that's going to start wandering around, imagining where they are and even what they're eating or something. And if you want to kind of not enter into that hell and be sensuous, sentient human beings that are on the evolutionary tip because you want to get the hell out of here and into outer space once and for all, you should obligate yourself to open a central bank using your own language and symbol system that, okay, so have you looked at my playlist and how crazy I am at now? And did you follow this at all? Well, I get downloads. We're all kind of advancing. The more and more the trauma we go through, the more we're just going to say, excuse me, would you stop doing that? Because that makes us fresh as a daisy. And what if we hear something like this or something else rather than the news? What if we just go into our own self and say, really, I really need to, like, maintain my balance somehow? Maintain your balance, babes? Hi, I'm 5 planets in Libra, and I'm here to tell you that love is your balance. The human being. Once you get your shit recognized, that you're already organized, recognized. Do you know what the fuck the word recog means? You have to just get your language down a little bit, just a tiny bit. See, I got it down enough where they're coming up here, and then so that you too can now choose if you want to allow third-party companies to use your content to train AI models in studio settings under third-party training. The third-party training is dressed up. It has quotes, and it has a capital T for third. It's talking about the I. It's talking about the human being. Now let me read it backwards, okay? Under third-party training, under studio settings, in AI models being trained, your content can be used by third parties, third-party companies. If you want to allow them, you can choose. See, it's a weird way to kind of reverse it. I'll have to go back and see what happened. I'm going to watch this. But I know what I'm looking at. They put a metaphor up here, and you have to question it. Is this meta or the truth? Because here's the thing, babes. Ever since the days of Christ Jesus with that courtroom scene over there, whatever, if it's real or not, but you have a courtroom scene that tries to tell us that we can tell the truth. And the fact is that that's an age-old Buddhism. Buddhism is just a conversation between two people that one of them knows for sure you can't really tell the truth, but that puppy right there, that master who knows that, is going to beat around it. I mean, they can go right into it and say a word if you know English or whatever the fuck you know language, man, because the bottom line is you can't really know any of these words unless you have an experience of reality. That's the truth. See, we're fucking getting all reversed up. And it's 80% of people, you have a complaint. It's like, what is going on here? Well, these people think that people are more real, like this projection, really, they slap them around and they tell them no. And then so they begin to have a belief about something. And that gets really, doesn't it get less and less blatant? It's just like it's a religious system that says no, but it's more like, no, my child. I don't know. Wait till Santa comes to town. You know what I mean. Thank you for helping me. I'm getting an energy from this, from just being the one. I know how to tap into the truth and not people. But I'm not free from experiencing stress from around me because of something. You know, nobody seems to be free here because they need to get fee. You know, notice the word free. You know, well, we all want our financial freedom. What do you mean? You know, for financial freedom, man. What do you mean? See, to me, it's just to do precisely what you would like to do, which is to be fucking awesome and help people, right? Human beings are that way. Like Tesla was limited in a lot of ways. Because money kept coming into it. And he did nothing but, if you hear the things he said, it was just like a Christ sitting there. He was like, and so the civilization could look like this. He was so excited to talk to people. It would not really be about his innovations. They would kind of mess with him with that. But he was excited to be publicly speaking and saying, this is, in fact, coming from, you're going to open yourself into becoming human beings. You're an enlightened species. You are intergalactic. Because I am talking to this. And he just got a fluoride stare, right? There's just like, you know? And very limited by his funders, you know, who are way in the background, who took over the money, who takes over the money, like, see, that is interface 2. That's your computerizer. See, that's your computerizer. It's very important to tie this up in the studio settings, which is reality. That's your computerizer, which is AI. What model are you under? See, AI model. See, we want the human model, your content. You have to go through these third-party companies because they have fucking $246 billion sitting there. That's your resources. Now, human beings, I don't know about you, but early on, they're showing signs that they want to do the right thing. They want to just be here and do what's good. they think that they're learning. Pardon me, a bird has just hit the pipe up there. The cat's looking. Um, that they want to do something good. They are anxious to go out and work for the force, and it's like, well, what are we doing, mommy? Mommy, you can understand me, can't you? See, that this is the thing, is that words are the woman's thing. Not that men can't talk either. These people shouldn't even be talking. It's telepathy, and then when you do talk, I kind of fell into it because I am damn true and right about it. See, when I started rhyming, and it was a different kind of rhyming. It's kind of Dr. Seussish. It'll talk about sushi. Just kidding. Talking about resonation. You get a sensation because it's your organization coming from the heart. This is just an art. All of it. You're in a huge tapestry of technology, and you're it. You're the one who renders it up. Now, money is now. See, this is why we can't even know where does money come from. We know that it creates creation of reality, but why isn't it on the periodic scale of elements? Well, maybe you're in a simulation here. Maybe you're playing a game. Maybe it's all part of that, and you kind of have you tapped in and out of that shit lately? I mean, really, have you tapped in? Like, literally, did you notice that you are in a spacesuit right now? There's only so much time to figure this fucking weird shit out. And just pray that Shauna Lee, who's Shauna Lee? Shauna, the Flow Wyatt, goes into the settings here, and she asks Mark Zuckerberg and everybody, because we're free to train AI, but we don't want to do it under the misunderstanding of what a studio setting is. And even what train means, like, say, why do they say train? See, oh, I'm sorry, third. The capital letter third. See, the capital T that they put there, third party training with the fucking parentheses? The only thing in parentheses, it says this: you, as in we, not I, he, she, or me, but EWE. You're a human being. The sheep. You just have to adopt it, man. You're a gang member now. You're like, no, I'm human, man. He, she, you know. But anyway, whoa, minute what? Let me get to it. What did I do that on? Minute 32. Now we're getting to 33. Hit a like if you like that fucking part.